Joe, do you want to start us off, please?
Everyone's obviously aware of the context of this game for Everton in the season.
I know it's not in your remit, but how concerning is that going forward there could be some sort of further punishments?
To be honest, I've been so concerned about relegation that it hasn't been part of my thinking at all. And as you sort of alluded to there, I don't have any knowledge of it in detail. So I'm not personally concerned, would be my answer. And I know the club work closely with the Premier League and have been doing for a long, long time. So I'll leave that to the people that know much more about it.
Presumably it's something you could do without, though, after the few weeks you just had.
Yeah, maybe, but like it would be like, you know, getting so tense and stressed about something that you don't know, and it may not happen. Or it may, and that's certainly, it's not the time for me to feel like that. You know, it's not. I think what we did this year in staying in the league was a big deal, was a huge deal. I've been concerned about that, so I'm not going to just give myself another concern when I can't affect it. I'll try and just not think about it for a bit.
Okay.
Hi Frank, as a player you've obviously thrived.
Yeah, but just talk us through some of the changes to starting line, what came down to injuries, what was taking another look at players.
Yeah, it was a difficult couple of days on that front from Thursday. I was expended a lot of energy. Richarlison was injured going into the Palace game and played with it. Andre Gomez injured, Alan injured, has been for a while. So those three were out. Other players already injured. Some players are on the bench today. Seamus been fighting through stuff for the last month. Been incredible, and he deserves a rest today. Tom Davies comes back after not playing for a very long time. Decore had an issue in the warm-up that he wanted to fight through, but it was too difficult in the end. So, you know, it's not excuses, it's just reality. Our big final was on Thursday, and we won it. And today, I think, was just another step a little bit too far. The second half, you know, we're in the game at half-time, but the second half, I think you saw, even the goals, 3 set pieces, is concentration issues, not being in the right position and not dealing with things. And I think that's probably a reflection of the lads being a little bit like after Thursday.
I was going to say, do you think you're learning anything from any of the performances on the pitch?
When that's 3.5 months, I mean, it's a longer review for you, but your immediate feeling at the moment is what?
Immediate feeling is absolute delight and relief that we kept the club in the league. From the first day I came to the club, when you come mid-season, nobody knows on the outside. Nobody knows on the outside, and I'm not sitting there just to sort of make a big case for what situation we were in, but confidence was low. Form was low in a direction that would have taken us down in terms of results. Injuries have been bad throughout, and that stayed. In my first week, I lost 2 big centre halves. So there are lots of things. So there are things that I can actually say, well, they happened, and they were very difficult to fight against. And there are things I can say, well, yeah, we can improve. And the thing when you come in mid-season is you just go game. So you're just trying to find ways to win games and get points. The good thing about reflection and a pre-season now is that we can actually work more on things we want to work on. So it'll be good to reflect a little bit and suck that up and see how we can improve the squad to get better and hopefully not be in this position next year.
Matt, do
It has been a very difficult season, Frank. Because of that, do you give yourself time off to reflect and allow some of it to go before you start thinking about next season?
Oh, absolutely. I need a break. Need to see the wife and kids a bit more, and I really look forward to that. But I suppose a manager's life does continue in certain terms. The phone does stay on, and there are things we need to try and work on pretty quickly to look at the squad and how we can improve that. But yeah, for sure, myself and my staff, we all moved up. It happened like that in the end of January, and we worked very hard. And I think we certainly got the result that we wanted, and that came on Thursday night. And now we have to regain a bit of freshness to go again in July.
And how long do you give yourself?
Well, the team will be back at the beginning of July, the 1st of July, around there. So that time is time away from each other, and I think that's what we need. So I'll, as I say, I'll be switching on my head throughout that time, but I won't be at Finch Farm every day like we have been for the last 100 or so days.
Alistair?
It must have been quite a stressful time in the last few months, probably. I just wondered how different you think you are as a manager now compared to when you first started this job.
Yeah, different. You learn, and I think that the experience of a relegation battle is different to my previous managerial experiences. At Derby, getting to a playoff final, it's different. Chelsea into the Champions League positions. There's a lot of pressure, but the pressure of a relegation battle is much bigger, and and you can't walk away. You can't not understand that at the time. So I think you learn a lot about yourself. I've been pretty happy with how I've dealt with that, to be honest, because a lot of people question, "What something happened? It must be terrible. It must be hard." I've actually found it really enjoyable on the work side, and pretty stressful. But when you get the result, which we got on Thursday, kind of makes it all worthwhile. And I'll take stock now and think about all the things that I've learned a lot in 3.5 months about myself, about the club, about the squad, and try and implement them in the best way I can going forward.
And just when you say you can have a break,
The pressure that you thrive best as a manager or after you rejuvenate?
Yeah, I think you do thrive on pressure. I've been in the game a long time, so I always did as a player and as a manager. I've been pretty lucky. I've been pretty successful in my early coaching career to get good opportunities, to actually get good success, relative success I felt at the clubs. And now this was a completely different challenge. So I think every manager learns, even the best. You know, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp will learn a lot about themselves and their players, and I've certainly learned a lot about myself and the players. And the best managers take that in and get better as they go. So we'll certainly try and do that.
Okay. We'll just take one more from here.
Frank, for you in this and this squad?
To improve in a lot of ways. We want to play. I think the way we've played in the last month has been fantastic. It's been a certain type of football. We've played a lot of big teams who would have more possession, so we had to find a way, and we've been absolutely compact and a counter-attacking threat in a lot of games. We want to try and affect that and look about how we can be a bit better in possession of the ball. Some of that will be the squad and maybe recruitment. Other bits of that will be how we work in pre-season. So I'm already starting to think about those sort of things. You can never stand still, and you can never relax in this game. And the reasons that we are where we are real. The reasons that we just about stayed up are real. I came into that. I'm aware of it now. So we have to affect them. Otherwise, we possibly can be in this position again. So it's very important that after that break, a little rest for everyone, that we get to work really quickly.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thanks all. Thank you. Cheers.